Raise your flag and hoist your sails for yet another DawnSetter Guild adventure. Another session, another day. And thankfully we're at the point where I can't remember episode count, which means I won't try to say it anymore. But I will tell you, we're at least in a session where they were previously locked in prison. Prison is a strong word. Locked in a brig under a ship. Our crew finally got together, but in a very unconventional way, and that means was raw authority. Some people have it, some people lost it, some people gave it up, and they all ended up here. But the last thing they heard was, pirates! As it came bellowing through the pneumonic tubes inside the phonetic tubes inside the ship itself. Alarm bells start getting pulled and bells start chiming as they're all getting tugged on this one emergency alarm bell. Everything's just ringing.
Yep.
And that's where we left you guys.
I'm gonna die here.
I'm terrified and excited all at the same time.
You did get a name.
We did get a name.
Captain Duskthorn.
Thorn?
Thorn.
Not
Duskthorn.
born. Hold, please.
Captain Duskborn. Look, he might be on the nose, but he's not that on the nose.
And senior key holder
Agreed.
went and hid in a room.
But
He
he
did.
didn't make it all the way in yet, though.
No, he did.
Like he did.
He did.
He ran through and slammed the door as fast as he could.
Well, dang.
Where we're going, we don't need keys.
Nor do you need doors.
The bottom of the ocean.
And that is all the information you all have.
Right.
The clanging and the ringing is pertinent. It's everywhere. It's sharp. It is a full battle station's full alarm.
Okay.
Ugh,
We got
All right.
one.
it's so loud. Oh my gosh.
Go live your life, they said.
Right.
Leave the
Okay.
temple,
All right.
they said.
Look, we need to do something now. You have that with you. Maybe try getting out of your door.
Yeah, okay. Give
Does she
me-
still
with
have the crowbar?
Crowbar, pry
You
bar.
have your axe.
Oh, we gave you the axe.
On the bars? Shouldn't
Don't-
we use equipment that's meant for bars?
Sure. Either way, we should do
You could
something.
use it on the wood between your rooms at least.
fair.
So
Well, fine.
do a little hacking
Yeah,
and
Okay.
stand
I
back.
think that's what we said. I don't remember. I think it was the wood. Okay. Yeah, let me back up.
Okay. Give it a good whack.
All it's gonna do is make the cell bigger.
A little bit nervous
You've
here.
made a double.
Okay. Big exhale.
A do cell.
All right, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to roll a dexterity save because you are in a very small space.
Ah.
I mean, should we just try to whack out the back? We never found out if it went straight
Oh,
to
it's
the
a natural 20.
This cell's gonna be huge.
And that's all we get.
Finding the comfort in your grip. Man, that's a hell of a dice roll to start out the session with.
Yeah, I'm elated and horrified that
Same.
the good roll came so early.
Because as we know how luck goes, the dice giveth and the dice
Dice
giveth.
take it. Oh. But getting out of the cell is a good way to
Yes, it
start.
is.
Wait, did you swing at the wood wall or at the...
Wood wall.
Wood wall. You are now you found the arc pattern that you can find inside of your tight space. So you can swing it as effortlessly as you need to.
Nice.
Roll an athletics check.
Easy.
Oh, there's the other half of that.
Oh.
Really?
Not a 1,
That's the other half.
but it's a halfling 1. It's a 2.
The critical
A baker's
half.
dozen, a halfling one.
Yes.
Like,
So it's a 6.
A 6.
Oh boy.
You have the perfect arc pattern.
Wait,
you can
athletics? Yeah, 6.
You find that you have the perfect arc pattern you can find as you adjust yourself inside the space. You cock it back, sling it in a diagonal pattern, finding the arc through every corner, and then colliding against the wall. And as it hits the wall, this is your first swing against something that has physical resistance. The axe goes through, and the hilt hits the wall as the blade comes through, and it stutters you, and the handle shortchanges you right in the stomach.
oh,
All right.
Roll 1d4 damage.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, that's not a good
that
thing.
looks really rough.
It was a 1.
Wait, is it halved? Because she's a barbarian, is it? Or
Sure,
you have
it's
to be
halved
raging.
for a
Don't
1.
you have to be raging?
Well, I still have to.
Yeah.
Roll.
Dang it.
Yeah, to 1 damage.
Yeah, dang it.
I'll give her half damage. Round it up.
One.
Don't confuse me. Okay, do I try again?
From Kaz's
I-
side, he just sees one of the half moon blades coming straight out through the wall, and then
You good? It doesn't sound like you're very good.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna try again.
okay, go ahead and roll an athletics check to pry it out of the wall.
I would say while she's doing that, I would also be like asking for the crowbar.
I was gonna
from
say, yeah.
Trisha.
Where was
Like,
it? Where was it? Because I agree. I vote.
I
Let's.
didn't have it.
Do you? Oh, does she? It's on the floor in her cell.
14.
14.
Yeah.
Do you have the crowbar?
I thought he had it.
Let's say I
You
have it.
used it to.
Bend.
Oh yeah,
Bend
bend
door
the-
open.
Sure.
For you.
Then I have.
So then the crowbar is indeed in the floor of her cell.
Sick.
But then the axe got handed to her.
Yes.
Yeah,
I dragged
I
it
remember.
over.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Gave her it.
Did I get it out of the wall?
you did.
Yay.
Good.
You're able to pry
Okay.
it back out of the wall.
Was that worth
And
the
with it,
effort, or
one of the
should we
planks
try the
kinda comes with.
crowbar?
Hey, we got a plank.
Pop
I'd
that
say,
off.
oh, there you go. Sick.
Ah.
Good.
So now there's at least a plank-sized hole that's probably like it's a 2x4. So,
So maybe she should give him the crowbar and then he can use it from the other side.
Oh, that's an idea. Yeah, if you could pass that through, cool. Okay, so I'm just gonna help dismantle this wall. I don't know. You were starting to say something. Now I'm metagaming.
Try to open your door with that. Try.
I mean, I'll give it a try, I guess.
Yeah, probably.
'Cause
Good
how would
idea. The pirates on the
This
ship.
guy. I'm
Now-
saying that's Tyler talking. That's not Kaz. I'm saying, wasn't there a thing with the locks where it was like we couldn't? I mean, the locks weren't.
It's just in the door. It's just not a lock on the outside.
Yeah. Okay, sick. Well, I'm ready to roll some dice. Let's
everyone
do it.
will roll a wisdom save.
Everyone?
The extensive ringing and the now glyph sirens that are going off are loud, high-pitched noises echoing through the space.
10.
12.
18.
14.
16.
Nice.
None of you lose stride, and your concentration is still zeroed in.
Concentration on what?
On the task at hand.
I know, but we don't even know what's the good idea? Hacking through a wall that's going to get us nowhere. Trying to get through bars, but you guys are too big for the bars?
No, trying to open the door. That's the hope. That's what I got yelled at about. No, okay. Let's do it.
Well, let's okay.
No, JK, sorry. I'm in it. All right, let's try it on the door. Here goes nothing. I'm trying to see if there's anything I need to know about this crowbar. Probably nothing. So
So just roll for improvised
Literally
weapon?
just going-
How does that work?
Hold on.
He's trying to
Two-
just sink it into the door.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
pop
never
it
mind.
out.
We're good. Woo! 16, Your Honor.
For an athletics check? Or are you investigating how to get the crowbar in?
Oh, I was wanting to just start cranking.
Just cranking. Where are you
Yeah.
putting the crowbar?
We're just going. Well, see, if there's a knob and the lock's right there and that's where all the shenanigans is, I feel like it'd be good to freaking crank right there. I'm
Okay.
ready to be wrong.
To
Let's
credit
do
card
it.
You get the crow tip inside the small metal to metal slit.
Yeah, the space there.
Yep, the small slit there. You get it in, you throw it, and it gives you a lot of resistance, but you feel the locking mechanism tugging on itself. Roll another athletics check.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, wait. So that was athletics on the last one?
Mhm.
Would a 19 have changed that?
No.
Okay, cool. Ooh, what
give
about
you-
a 12?
You know what it would have? It would have given you more clanging,
Nice. Good.
a slightly
Nice.
louder shifting of mechanisms.
Well, sheesh. I just did 12.
12. Okay. You can hear things starting. You can feel it starting to give. However, there's the bite lock on the other side is pulling against its own latch. Roll one more time.
What if I give up?
Can you give up?
Don't give up.
One more.
I was going to say, your character would give up.
Can any of
No,
us
really,
do
do you
any
think so?
magic to help him?
If you just had the question, I don't know.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to decide either which one's dumber, the being
This thing's stupid.
the being stubborn or
throw it.
not. Hooey, 6.
6. you feel it jam against you feel the locking mechanism, no, the two bite hooks, these two biting hooks, the trap against themselves, tugging against the other side of the door, and you just can't find enough pull to snap them.
A shame.
Are you able to still fit through the bars to get to our gear? I'm the only one sitting here without any way of trying to get out or do anything, and it's
I can certainly try. What would you like?
my staff and my bag next to it.
Okay.
Roll an acrobatics check as you slip through the bars.
Come on!
Take advantage. You've already gotten through there twice.
That's
Nice.
true.
Yeah.
Out, in and out.
Yep, we'll take that advantage.
Took that advantage.
Still a 9, jeez. That's more like it.
Not a halfling 1.
Yeah, no, a 4. But
13 plus 5.
18.
18?
18.
Plus
It's a
5.
breeze.
Slide in there, grab that staff, and bring it back out to him.
Okay.
Perfect.
Go ahead and roll a sleight of
Oh, my
hand to make
boys.
sure that you can kind of like operate the
Back
staff
out to him.
in and out effectively. It is longer than you are, so there's that.
Halfling times
is it a
luck.
halfling
time
1?
for luck. No, it was a 1, so we lucked out. Hit the other side of that
God,
luck,
lucky
please.
just-
Oh! No. Yeah, we'll take it. Sleight of hand, you said?
Yep.
12 plus 5, 17.
17. Easy. And in the beginning, you tried to you tried to pull it out, and then you realized, oh, it is taller than me. So you just flipped it down and slid it right out.
Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You suddenly hear yelling coming
You're
from
welcome.
the hallway, and it's not necessarily ordered yelling. It sounds like it's someone crying, yelling for help or yelling for more assistance. And you hear footsteps clamoring on the decks above you.
All right, should we make our way through again? Have you try to swing for something?
Swing again.
That's
roll-
smart. Yeah, going
swing
in
it up.
Turn order.
Yeah.
Here,
Roll athletics.
Thank you for grabbing that.
You're welcome.
15.
Love it. You collide with the wall, and right against the weak plank that you'd already kind of up against the hole you already pried out. You slam against it, and it just shatters 3 or 4 of the planks around it.
Yay!
Nice.
Roll a deck save.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You now have shrapnel flying at you.
I know. I'm a plus
bad.
0, so here we go.
Oh dear.
Ooh, 16.
You were smart enough to tuck up.
Okay, good. I would hope so.
Maybe a couple slivers, but nothing that's going to leave a lasting impression.
Very well. Very
Good.
well.
So now there's a hole that a medium-sized humanoid can slip on through.
Hey, that's us. We're
That's-
medium.
You've now created an entryway between both cells.
Oh, not out.
No.
No.
But it's okay because I'm
I did
about to.
not understand.
That's okay because I'm about to make us one out right now.
Here it
I
is.
don't even care. I'm going again, and this crowbar is not going to break, and everything's going to be fine. Ooh. This is athletics, right?
Yes, it is.
Give me a 17, sire.
Seeing everything kind of come to fruition, Kaz's like, no, we can do this. He slammed the crowbar in and crank it. You feel one of the teeth break, and the whole thing slides up again. It's like slides into its own latch. As my hand goes past one of the other cameras.
Yep.
Let's go. Come through this hole really
I
quick. Let's
just
do
ruined
it.
the illusion of how we're set up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
bro.
you've been ruining it the whole time. It's okay.
Oh, that's good to know.
Not ruining it about it. It's been happening. But I love it.
Who have I been looking at? Wherever the cameras are set up,
What's
right?
up?
Like,
Yeah. Oh, you've been good. As they do that, and as they're now out, before they make their way
Come through
over,
this way.
I'll see if I can do it without
Do I need to get?
need for assistance. But I'm sure
Oh.
you guys would. I'd just let you come and do it because
But try and do your thing really quick.
I will cast the cantrip of what is it, Shillelagh on
Yeah.
my quarterstaff,
Uh-huh.
so that I can make the damage force damage
Uh-huh.
instead of just bludgeoning.
Now you got yourself a shillelagh.
And I will just
Wail on
smack towards to just cause enough force to trip the mechanism.
Dang.
Love it. Go ahead and roll a hit.
yeah, roll ahead.
Because now you're trying to bluntly beat the thing out of place.
There.
There's no cell that can hold the DawnSetter Guild. Shoot.
Keeping it safe.
Could have been worse. 14 to hit.
14 to hit.
Yeah.
If this doesn't work, we should use the axe to knock down the door where the guy is with the keys.
So lucky for you, it's incredibly easy to hit a standing still object that doesn't have any means of moving.
Yes.
You collide with the bars with a massive clang. Roll damage.
Come on, baby. Oh, are you kidding me? That's a 3,
One.
but it's force damage. So,
A force of 3.
And I just found a reason why I should bring my books.
Bring
It's fine, I got
your
it.
books
I got it,
next
it's fine.
time.
Actually, I might have it here. No, I already know what it is. I'm not even gonna look. Great. How much damage?
3.
3.
My
You
lord.
give it a good clang, and you see the where the lock mechanism is, and up at the 2 pins, they bend a little bit.
Okay. All right. I tried.
He bent it.
Can
Could
I
you-
just make another hole?
Well, you guys are facing each other.
Oh.
You two can now get into the hallway.
Yeah, if you
You're
get out
free.
the
So now I
hallway
have
and
to
then-
get the bars open, right?
Yes.
Give me the crowbar.
His
Here,
bar.
I got
think-
you. One sec.
Okay.
What?
Her muscles are huge. That was all. That was my. If you just hand it
Do
to
you want
her,
to try it?
You hadn't heard a crowbar?
The yelling is getting
There
closer.
you go.
There
I'll
we
hold
go.
this big axe.
I don't want to damage the axe.
There are now flashes
You're
of
not
light
doing
as
it.
if
I'm
spells
holding
are being
it.
slung
I'm
inside the
not
hallway.
saying
Spells are being
using the
slung.
axe.
Can
Oh.
you help him get out soon?
I gotta get out myself first.
I see what you're saying. Oh
Wait,
wait,
you can't
get
made
out
a hole
through
with
his.
me.
You crawled through the wooden hole.
You made
and
a hole into
his-
my cell and you
they're
crawled through.
already
and
open.
he just
Yeah.
opened his
Oh,
door.
okay.
So
You're
you're
out.
free.
So that's why I was
Cool.
handing you the
Oh.
crowbar.
Yeah.
Well, crowbar on his bars then.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So 18, 19, 20, 21.
21.
21.
I knew one.
You slam it in place, and just with a big flex, you bend the crowbar, but snap the locking mechanism out of place.
Wow. Thank you.
Yep.
I take
Axe.
back my bent crowbar.
Here you go.
Yo, tight.
So now all of you are now free. And
Yeah.
at that moment, a body comes tumbling down the stairs.
Oh no, is it the keys, man?
No, he's
No, he
locked
was in
in,
the-
a door.
yeah.
No, this is an unnamed sailor, and he's got a sword stuck in his chest. And he's just sitting there on the
Right.
ground, heaving
Oh
for air.
look, a free weapon.
That's definitely what I thought. And we should also see if there's anything else on him that we should take.
A sailor,
dead?
like, yeah,
Since he
He's
won't need
heavily,
it anymore.
heavily gasping for air.
part of the empire.
Yeah, he's a sailor.
I got you, Laylee, loaded up. I'm gonna swing down at this dude.
I was gonna say, who wants to
Yeah,
do this?
just at his head.
Done.
He's
him out of
prone,
his
so do I
misery.
get
I was
advantage?
briefly
Your
considering
buddy was already
healing
almost
him.
incapacitated, so you just finished his incapacitation to complete night.
Yeah, that will be a 18 to hit.
And he's also prone, so it's with advantage.
Let's see. Give me that 20. That's
If you do a nat 20, his head is going to explode.
15, so
15.
19 now.
You crush it, and you definitely feel his skull give away underneath the cracking.
You
Yeah,
asked
7
if
plus 2, that's
we
9.
Killed anyone before, but you've definitely killed someone now.
Yeah, right. This is about getting out, so
Yeah,
keep a
let's
note,
go.
your-
Let's do
To
it.
keep a note, your gear is still locked up.
Not mine.
mine is.
All your packs and stuff.
Oh, I thought I asked.
No,
I
I
just
still
got
have
the
my
staff.
pack on.
Yeah.
But I can.
He just threw me straight
wiggle-
in.
We should
'Cause
definitely
as
try to use a crowbar.
The battle axe, the crowbar, and or you had your crowbar, but the staff,
Right.
the battle axe and staff, easy to get out of bars
Yes.
because they're flat. They're flat or smaller
Give me
items,
the
right?
crowbar back.
In
Okay.
dimension. Getting a whole pack out, that's one piece
Okay.
at a time.
If you like turn the crowbar the other way and open it, maybe it'll like bend it back and open it. That'd be cool.
If you could just fix my crowbar really quick.
No, that's not what I said.
Noted.
It's just like an idea.
Just tossing it out there. But like,
Wait.
if it
And
happens.
you're doing all this. You're doing all this rageless, so that rules.
Yeah.
11.
11?
Oof.
You throw the bar in and snap it, and you snap the bar and snap the cell right open. So now you're holding a bar in two pieces, and have snapped the cell.
Here you
Or
go.
you've snapped the locking mechanism, slinging the cell open,
I mean, at least it like came in handy.
and the clang of like old metal, of slightly older metal and humid metal gets jammed as you see the door get jammed into place. And your gear's right in front of you,
Well done.
along as well as a couple of their trunks and a chest and
Ooh.
a barrel.
I want to open it.
Want to open it?
Yes.
There's very loud talking at the top of the stairs. And footsteps and swords clanging.
I grab my pack.
Mhm.
I sling it on real quick, and then I'm gonna head just back to the bottom.
Okay. The chest is locked.
I was gonna say, yeah, I'm drawing my sword. My guy's scared.
Bash it and crash it.
Yeah.
So you
'Kay,
guys
roll
are
hit.
guarding us?
Hopefully, it's an enemy of the Empire.
I think it's us
15.
who are the enemies to the Empire.
I
15?
know. I'm hoping it's
Yeah.
another enemy.
Oh.
Easily
The
hit.
pirates.
Go ahead and roll damage.
You want to make friends with the pirates?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
12? Jeez.
The hollow thumping of the wood with all the feet that are clambering around is very indicative to how much personnel this pirate ship has.
11.
Which is to say a ton.
A ton.
Okay.
Enough to take on a battle cruiser of the
Yeah, I
Empire.
was gonna say the fact that these guys are pulling up on this
Yep.
ship is wild. 11 damage.
11? What are you trying to hit? The lock or the chest?
The lock.
The lock. You come down on the lock and smash it. And you bust the lock open. Go ahead and roll a d20 to make sure you didn't damage your weapon.
Oh no!
Please.
4.
4?
Yeah.
Your weapon is now been it needs a little bit of care. You're gonna take a d4 whenever a negative d4 on damage from here on out.
Ooh.
We'll fix it. We'll fix it.
Okay.
Bladed weapons don't like metal objects.
Yeah.
But it opened the
Oh yeah,
lock.
she snapped the lock
She
up.
opens it, and guess what? There's a magic double-headed axe in there.
I open the box.
You open the box. Inside is another box. It's a black box. It looks like it's an obsidian color, and it looks like it's made of like really fine jeweled stone.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Can I... Is it small enough to
Yeah, you can
pocket?
grab it. Like it's the
Okay.
only thing in there.
Wow. I'm going to take it.
Okay, it's surrounded by a bunch of hay and other stuffing material, but it's the only thing in there. It's got an insignia on the top that looks like it's a diamond or a rhombus diamond, equilateral diamond, surrounded by two half moon semicircles on each side. And one of them is gold, one of them is silver, and in the middle it is blue in the diamond.
It's a scary amount of specificity, folks.
Yeah.
Is it? There's a chance just describe everything that way.
I know, but I'm scared. What is it?
I think we should
Something.
hide.
Listen, I'm not a wizard this time. I can't just find that out for us.
Yeah, I hear that.
That's true.
Yeah.
Identifies real handy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
Okay. Let's go.
Okay, now meanwhile at the bottom of the
stuff.
stairs, from the top of the stairs, another body hits the wall, and his face has been scorched. His face has been scorched as another scorching ray hits him in the chest and then hits him in the head again.
A scorching
You
ray.
see him get slugged, and he slumps over to the side as one large burly pirate comes around the corner and a thin pirate come around the corner, and they're just staring you down, guarded, like weaponed out.
I am quarterstaff, like in the concaved part of dude's head.
Okay.
To just clearly show, like, I did this. Like, I
Go ahead and roll deception with a d6 bonus.
okay.
Because you did it,
I did do it.
but not in this moment.
Yeah.
So you
that's
need
true.
to sell it.
Well, good thing I got that D6 bonus. It's a 3. 12?
12?
12.
The burly one looks around and he puts one of his swords away, and the thin one who's holding one dagger in a hand and wand in the other comes walking down, wand out and dagger up. Who you all?
Prisoners?
Aye.
Not with the sky, not with the Dominion.
Of course not.
No.
No. Who are they?
Prisoners.
We've been...
Roll deception.
We're all prisoners.
We were, anyway.
I was a swabby.
Roll deception with advantage.
I didn't want a swabby.
Okay.
I'm a prisoner of the heart. The prison.
7. And you get advantage, so...
Do it again.
Yeah. Take the 7. Take the 7.
7
I mean, you're a
plus
bard.
4.
Yeah, it should be a
Yeah.
Titanic roll.
Yeah.
The second I mention anything with charisma, I'm just assuming it's a
Yeah.
success.
11.
Great. All right.
How can we help?
Well, I can leave you to your own devices. You're welcome to get out on your own.
You don't want help.
Unless you know how to... Where's the captain's quarters?
I can lead you to the captain's quarters.
Roll persuasion.
Ooh.
No, that's still very good.
14.
Yeah.
Oh,
An
yeah.
8 turns into a 14.
Jeez Louise.
And we're level 1. She's going to be insane.
Are they with you?
They are.
Fine. Show us the way.
Okay. I lead the way.
Biggs. Follow him out. The big guy
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
pulls his swords back out. One cutlass, one long sword. And so, as he's holding his wand out and dagger still following you all. So you clamber up the stairs and the big guy's immediately there to greet you.
This way.
And he just turns on his heels and he starts following you really closely.
Yeah. Too closely.
Then you turn down the hall and you see the bodies.
Oh.
Because now you're turning down the armory lane. And there's still flintlock fire going off. Some of the barrels, so one of the barrels is currently lit. It's on fire.
Jeez.
There's anything can go wrong very quickly. There's blood everywhere. There's limbs that have been severed. This has been a bloodbath of a
I
raid.
move much faster.
What would you say the percentage is between pirate bodies and empire bodies?
Roll persuasion. Roll investigation.
I'm persuading you.
I have to persuade the
Please,
DM.
more
There
empire
are,
dead,
sir.
please,
I
sir.
meant to say perception.
Oh,
but
what?
Investigation.
Investigation.
Yeah.
That's a 9, sir.
It's a 9. Let's see what I get.
If it can be perception, it can be higher.
Sure.
13, sir.
13. You don't get a percentage, but you get the general vibe that these pirates are here for a real big reason.
Good, good, good.
Like, they are willing to risk a lot for what seems to be kind of reckless fighting.
Good.
There's still plenty of fighting going on in the middle of the armory.
Yeah.
And however, there's even people still coming down. You hear fighting on top still. This is a slug out, and it's only been within maybe the last 30 minutes that this has been going down. The sirens are still blaring. You haven't heard cannon fire yet, but you still hear flintlock fire going off. There are spells being cast. It's a mess.
I ask the guy while we're walking,
Biggs.
what are you looking for in the captain's quarters?
And then the little guy, that's not for you to know. Show us where it is.
I am still moving fast.
Great. The small guy's kind of following behind you all, and the big guy's funking his way alongside the Swabi and Trinda. So Trinda, you lead his way there as you cut through the armory hall, and you take a right back to that mainstay corridor, and you run straight to the back. However, in front of you is a squadron of sailors standing in the way. There's 4 of them, and they're ready. They're here to defend.
Is there like gunpowder close by?
Not in the hallway.
Okay, good. I'll launch a firebolt at one of them.
Okay, just let it rip.
Yeah.
You know what that means, kids?
Oh, sorry, gang.
Oh,
Roll
man,
initiative.
It was a given. We're
I
heading
was
into a
like, I thought
combat
I'd just do
zone.
one, and but here we go. Wow, it was excited, and it was good.
Isha, welcome to your first combat.
Woohoo!
I was gonna hide and sing.
Nice. So that's an 18, and then it's this one that you had. Jeez Louise.
21.
Whoa,
High roller.
what's your modifier?
Only
Plus
3.
3.
Dang, mine is +0,
Mine's plus 1.
and I rolled a 1.
Oh.
Kez is gonna get a little life lesson today.
What did you roll?
Clearly,
A 10.
Nice.
nice.
Very middle of the road.
Yeah.
Very ready to fight. We're gonna fight.
Got to show these pirates that we're on the level.
Kaz has got to show himself he's on
Brenda, what'd you
any
get?
level.
What'd you roll?
21.
Great.
Yeah.
Kaz?
14.
Oh,
baby.
one.
Oh, sorry.
One for me.
A natural one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yikes.
Shush.
That works great with your character, though.
I guess.
I think so.
No, it's true. Yeah, he can fight, but he hasn't been in combat.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about?
No
No, I
fit.
do think it's a good fit.
In fact, that gives me an idea. Everyone should roll a wisdom save for the scene that they saw in the armory.
Oh, no. Because I was acting pretty shook.
Good. Yes.
To prevent
good.
traumatization.
My dice are playing
Ooh.
with my character
Good.
details
Okay.
right now.
6.
14. So, I did, but I didn't
22.
do okay. Ooh.
19.
Moira,
22.
you're going to be taking a disadvantage on your hits.
Oh.
That was a lot of death. That was a lot of brutal death. And I guess I shouldn't say it was horrific. It was just a lot of maimed bodies.
Haven't really seen that before.
Yeah.
Moira, what'd you roll?
6.
6?
For initiative or
Yeah,
for the wisdom?
initiative.
10 for
And
initiative.
for initiative. And Zaris?
I rolled a 22.
Oh.
Oh, wait. Sorry. Initiative.
Yes.
14.
Okay. All right, here we go.
I'm scared.
Nah, what's to be scared of?
Trinda.
We're risking our lives.
You're out of the gate. You're up.
We get out there. We get set. And that's just, yeah.
See tons of
Four.
guys.
You get to try to stab someone or do something in the middle of combat. This is how this is going to go. Inside combat, we go into what's called initiative order. This is your first fight. Congratulations. You get to experience your first throwdown.
Hey.
In a fight scenario, we go to initiative, and initiative is turn order. How it's going to go. There's one round is when everyone is done taking their turn, goes to a new round. In this position, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people fighting. The 4 of you, the 2 pirates, and the 4 sailors. I have the initiative order. You guys do not. You can keep track of it if you want, but we can call it out. Or we can use visual modifiers if that would help you along the way. Some DMs do it. Depends on how you want to run it. I know how much health the sailors have, and so should you ever want to know what they have, you have to identify them or try to look at them or view them, how well you're doing. However, in combat, you have two things you can do. It's called your action resources. You can move up to 30 feet and then take an action. An action can be roll a check, hit someone,
If you click right there, we'll give you
cast a spell.
things that you can do.
Use my dagger.
Yep.
Unarmed strike, or you can cast a spell. So.
I think I better use my dagger. And I better try to stab a sailor.
Okay. So keep in mind you're getting an engaged range, which means that they will be able to hit you back come their turn.
So maybe I shouldn't try to.
Go to your spells.
They're not very good. I can sing him a song. I didn't choose very good ones.
I thought you had
Bardic
vicious
Inspiration.
mockery.
I put it back.
You put it back, darn it.
No.
Best spell in D&D.
Yeah, you should do something with your dagger. You could throw a dagger though.
I can't hide.
You could hide if you want.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, you can hide behind anything.
I don't take very good hits.
Biggs is right next to you.
Biggs is right there.
I think I better hide behind Biggs.
Okay, you're going to take a hide action, which means you're going to slip behind him, and according to the enemy, they can't see you.
Nice.
Perfect.
They know where you are, unless you stealth away.
Good job.
Should I also try to stealth away?
You have an action resource still. You took a hide action, so that would be the end of it, unless you want to try to move, and then you would trigger a stealth action.
And you also can prepare an action. So if you want to have like your dagger ready, if one of the sailors like comes within range, then you can stab him if he enters your space, and you can hold that until your next turn.
And or I could hold a stealth until next turn and then try to run away next time.
You can sit there. Yeah, you can sit behind Biggs and hold your hide action.
Or I could stealth this time.
Yeah.
I could
Yeah.
still do that somehow too.
But you will be stealthing against the passive the perception of your enemies.
And
You are in a 10-foot hallway, just so you guys know. So you can have 2 medium-sized creatures take up a 5x5 space. So you can lead with 2. and everyone else can line up behind them. Or you can move. If you're Trinda, you can move through them. You can move around them.
I'm gonna hide for this one.
Okay, you're gonna
And
hide behind
just
Biggs. Good stuff.
Stay here, and I'm gonna prepare to stealth next time.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Nice.
Next up, Zaris.
Good. Perfect. As she slips out, I step into her space.
Okay, so it's you and Biggs lined up next to each
Yeah,
other.
with my quarterstaff that's still imbued with the shillelagh.
Yep.
I'm gonna zap the firebolt out of it, and
So the way it looks like to them is that you've got 2 guys up front and 2 guys behind them.
yeah.
So you rip a firebolt at which one?
I will go. I'm not gonna cross in front of Biggs, so I'll just do the one
Straight
that's
ahead?
Straight ahead of me.
Love it. Roll to hit.
Yeah. That's yours.
That's mine.
Is it a?
That's a critical one.
Oh no!
Yeah, not cool.
Okay.
Not cool.
Oh no.
You line it up. You let that firebolt take a rip. Simultaneously, Biggs was switching his weapon to his blunderbuss, and as he moves it right in front of your line. You blow it out of his hand, and it blows the barrel out of tilt.
What?
Dang! I feel like it could have been worse for a crow one.
Sorry. Yep.
It's not a big hallway guy.
Ironically, it's Biggs' turn.
Oh gosh.
As his blunderbuss gets blown out of his hand, he grabs 2 grenades and just throws them down the hall.
Oh man.
Whoa.
Okay.
Pulls two out of his pockets, rips the tops, or being potion bottles. He rips the seals on them and slings them down the hallway. And he just watches it happen as Wedge does his best to curl up his eyes. Everyone, go ahead and roll a dex save.
Oh.
My gosh.
Pirate's life for me.
There we go. I'll take that.
Ooh, nat 20, baby.
Oh man.
Oh. Plus what?
Oh lord.
Good
What
thing
was
I
it?
have no.
A dex save.
I have no
Is this?
dex
Yeah.
extra.
25.
Wait.
It
Oh, it was a 20.
Yeah.
When you pulled it out, the 2 was on top, and I was like, the worst thing you could have rolled for yourself.
But no, 20.
20,
A
baby.
natural 20?
20?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, nat 20.
That's
2 nat 20s?
2 nat 20s.
Wow.
Wow.
We're
Yeah, baby.
meant to live.
Okay, because that's the case, Kaz,
This time.
I'm erasing your nat 1.
Hey, let's go.
And you're going to
Nice.
kick it into high gear right after Biggs. Also, Trinda, I'm giving you an extra turn right after Kaz.
Woohoo!
Wow.
So these were flash bombs. These were flash grenades that just went off. Yep,
Yeah.
that beautiful concussive sound. What'd you roll?
16.
16.
Great.
Guys,
Oh,
we had matching
Yeah.
rolls.
you saw them go off, and instinctively, you're like, this is a really small space.
Yeah.
This is a really small space. And just covered up the best you could. And they went... Not only were they flash bombs, though, they had a concussive to it. And so he's going to deal damage to your friends across the hall.
And they all go right then, and we're fine.
Yeah.
They all have swords that they accidentally fall on top of. And
And that's all she wrote.
The one guy's arms start flailing, and his sword still in his hand, so he slashes his own throat because his arm was flailing.
Loses the will to live.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one of them just died of a broken
just gets
heart
really
because his
depressed.
friends died. Yeah.
Take it away, Kaz.
Oh snap. Okay. Well, I mean, how so all 4 of them are still standing.
Yeah,
How much distance is there between us?
about 30 feet.
Wolf.
So you could make it. You could make it to the front line in one move.
It's true. Make it start hacking.
Yep.
And they all just got concussed. I'm feeling bold. Let's do it.
Old and bold.
My sword is already out because I drew it at the
Yep.
bottom of the stairs when those first homies came. Yeah, I have, I don't know, when we made the character sheet, I have a bow, but that wasn't ever a thing that I was like, oh, my guy will do that. He's all about the swords.
My guy.
So here we go. I'm going to run up there. I'm going to swing with the old short sword. Okay, does a 22 hit?
Nice.
Absolutely does.
Very nice.
Does he get advantage because of just in case you roll a
Ooh.
nat?
You never
Hey,
know.
nerd.
That'll kill them all.
Yeah.
That was an 18, and the other one was a 19. So
Take the 19.
what a lucky boy. Okay, so yeah, I run up and Yeah, like I say, the one that's looking the most beat up. I'm just going to swing on him first. Here we go.
Because you wouldn't be able to take out the guys in the back line, it's got to be one of the two in the front.
Oh, truth. They're
Yeah.
that way. I thought they were 4 in a line, but no, we're 10 feet wide, you said. Okay. Sick, whatever. I'm
Great.
just going for a guy.
Swing away,
he's
sweet chariot.
concussed, and he's concussed, and we're 1d6 plus 1, so here we go. Ooh, 6.
6?
Well, 5 plus 1.
No 6.
So,
Are we
6.
doing exploding dice?
Yes, we are.
Let's go.
You guys.
Glad you asked. In case you don't know what exploding dice is,
I don't know.
you can use it if you want, and I'm telling you, the audience. I'm not telling Isha. This is how exploding dice works should you want to use it in your campaign. Let's say I roll a d6 for my damage. If I were to roll it and I hit a 6 on the max, which is the max roll on that dice. So if it's a 10, you roll a 10, a d8, you roll an 8. If you roll max damage on that 6, roll again and add the damage. For players, it feels really good, right? So if you feel like, oh, I just aced that roll, and you hit a bunch of exploding dice in a row, the amount of damage you're going to pull off just feels really heroic and kind of epic. If you're a DM and you want to use exploding dice on the back end, it can feel very powerful. So typically, personally, if it's a named villain or if it's a high encounter, I'll use exploding dice. But for like sailors, like random sailors, they don't get it. However, our captain of this boat definitely would. So if someone tries to go toe-to-toe with him and his rapier, and they take piercing to the chest, and he explodes on them 3 or 4 times, that person's most likely rolling a new character sheet.
I hate the captain. If you guys didn't know that.
However, there's a caveat to exploding dice.
Just so you all know.
If you roll 2d6, one of them maxes, that means you add 1 more exploding dice on the end. However, if both of them max on the original roll, which is 2d6, you still only add 1 exploding dice on the end. However, if you hit max damage on the exploding dice, you add another. If you hit that one, you roll another. Personally, I do that just because there's a lot of damage dealers who max out, like they end up rolling 5 or 6 damage dice, and so instead of having the potential of rolling 6 more dice, which does get a little out of scale, because if I have to roll disintegration ray on someone and I hit 8 maxed out dice, another 8 maxed out dice on anybody is going to be the end of the road.
Yeah,
So instead,
it's pretty smart.
Yeah, okay.
I call it building the train as opposed to doubling up dice. So we build the train here, which means
Well, that exploding in one ear and out the other, so.
perfect. We'll
I'll make sure
we'll
you.
hit it again.
Yeah,
soon.
don't you worry.
Yeah, well,
I won't
so
let your
we'll let
dice
you
go
know.
unexploded.
So you did not max out your dice. You hit a 5, right?
I had a 5, yes.
Okay.
But 5 plus 1, which
5
is
plus
nice.
1. That's great. Call it.
Oh, let's go. Okay, feeling emboldened, but also a little scared. It's a real and, just kidding, not quite that much. But yeah, I would love to. I feel like because I'm running like this,
Yeah.
it'd kind of be at my side, and I just want to swing like up and across and just get across this whole dude's torso and
Slice them.
yeah, just a real slice right through. I don't want my sword to get stuck. I want a guy to just be
So it's the just this rising slash up across the torso, and he thumps up against the wall and falls down.
yeah. Okay,
That's the blood trail on the wall.
Is this the first time Kaz has killed a man?
It's probably the first time he's ever stabbed a man.
yeah. I mean, I've killed animals, and I've certainly have had a
Psychopath.
hunting because I'm rich.
Okay, there we
God,
go. Yeah.
early signs, early warning signs.
But he used to go down and watch the galleys, right?
Yeah, the
Oh,
gallows.
the galleys.
That's right.
Yeah.
But I guess it also depends on what type of rich man hunting it is. 'Cause it's like, if it's, you and your dad on like with the foxes on horseback, let us go find our prey for the evening.
That was my
Yeah.
thought.
Instead of like, here's some pheasants, throw them in the air.
There's rich man hunting and rich man hunting.
Wow.
There's
most
levels.
The
Dangerous
most
D&D.
dangerous
Yeah.
game.
Most dangerous game.
Anyways, no, I was about to say I have this thing called Vex, where it's if you hit a creature with a short sword and deal damage to it, which I just did, you have advantage on your next attack roll, but it's against that creature.
I mean, you
Already
can
got-
hit him again if you want.
That is not the plan, but
he
I'm
dead?
announcing that so that we can.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
One off the list.
When he says call it, that means you've done enough damage to kill them, and you get to then explain how this kill occurred. A very fun.
Tell the story of how you
Fun way.
wrecked them.
Wrecked them.
Killer cast.
Wrecked him. Anyway,
Wrecked 'em.
so I got him. I'm shook, but it happened, and I'm hyped, and I already did my movement. Do I need a bonus action? Can I draw my dagger as a bonus action?
Yeah.
I'm skilled in 2-weapon fighting, so we'll just sink. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, and I'll end my turn with that.
Great. Trinda, you're up again.
Mm,
You're hiding behind Biggs.
and I'm trying to stealth away.
Great.
Where are you stealthing away to?
I don't somewhere else, farther away. I don't want to get hit.
So if you turn around, there's a door that you brought everyone through that leads you back out to the main corridor.
Or can I stealth stab?
You can try to stealth stab. Currently, they'll have disadvantage on their perception checks against you while you're stealthing because they just got hit by a concussive flash bomb.
I better go hide for a little bit.
That's totally fine too.
Okay, so,
So would you like to get out of the hallway?
yeah.
Okay.
Let me do that.
I'm worried.
You turn around.
Me too.
Go ahead and roll stealth. Let me roll 4 of these.
What if the
3 of
pirate
these.
thinks you're bailing?
What if something else is in that hall?
It's okay. Go. That's your vibe. You do
Yeah,
it.
sorry. That's
Follow
us
your heart.
metagaming. You're doing
Your
what's
coward's heart. I'm just kidding. 17
17?
plus a lot.
5.
right. Wow.
17. Roll 2 more times.
Oh my goodness.
'Cause you gotta beat the 3
Nope,
remaining.
not that one. Seventeen was the best
18.
one. So.
18 plus 5.
Oh, I thought it was a 13.
Mm.
18 plus 5.
I need to know the other one as well.
The other one was a
2
Two.
plus 5, so 7.
7? Okay. Because you're checking against all 3 of them.
Oh, I thought it was advantage. My bad.
So as you leave, one of them yells out, "Hey!" as he's like blinking his eyes, hanging onto his sword. You're able to leave, but he saw you leave. One of the sailors saw you leave, and you're heading straight back towards what is somewhat of a secret, an unattentive door, nothing that raises suspicion, that leads you out to the main corridor that looks like any other bunk hall. So you make it back to the door, and Wedge turns around on his heels, and he goes, "Where do you think you're going?"
Wedge the pirate.
Yeah.
Shoot.
The skinny pirate.
I was just trying to hide because I'm a little guy. I'm happy to lead you to the captain's quarters as soon as everybody's
Down the hall on the left. Bye.
Screaming this. Screaming this over top.
You want to stay right here behind me.
Okay.
Now it's Wedge's turn.
Slit his throat. I'm just kidding.
It's Wedge's turn.
It
It
is
is.
Wedge's turn.
You can't
Don't
get
slit
her
my
hopes up
throat.
like that.
So Wedge himself, he's going to cast Scorching Ray back over the top yet again.
And do it successfully.
Let's find out.
And I look back at him and he's like, "Yeah, you idiot. That's how you set the fire. You dumb boy."
What a stupid boy!
Why are you so dumb, though?
All right. 3 of those hit.
Of course.
They all only do 1 damage, which means that when Zeus does his, he's the one who kills him in a final blow, and bonds were made that day.
Fan fiction.
Fan.
Yeah.
Hey, he got exploding dice.
Well, good.
No.
He did what you tried to do, and better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, really got him with that one.
Listen.
So over the top of your shoulder and your shoulder, 3 scorching beams, radiant beams, not radiant, it's fire. This heat comes right over the top of you, and it hits the guy right in front of you, behind the guy you just killed.
Yes.
And it hits the guy right next to him in front, who you're technically kind of lined up with. It collides with the guy in the back. It hits him square in the chest, and you see it just singe him entirely as he just falls to the ground, choking on his own spit. The guy kitty corner to your right gets hit inside of the head, and his head gets burned completely as his head just hits the wall, and he gets knocked out. Now there's one dude left at the end of the hallway.
Nice.
He's got cinders coming off the edge of his wand, and he just flicks them off.
Pretty cool.
I was
Pretty
gonna
freaking
say,
cool.
That guy's awesome.
Yeah.
So now the final sailor, he's holding a longsword, and he's got a flintlock in the other hand. Hey, he pulls up he starts running forward, and he just charges straight down the lane instead of moving past you. So
Yeah.
go ahead and take an attack of opportunity.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, literally just a concussed dude that's like charging
I was
forward.
gonna
Doing
say,
his best.
The
Yeah.
equivalent of me like sticking my leg out like a high school bully to get in the trip. Like,
Trip.
okay, here we go. Attack of opportunity, baby. Ugh, 5.
Try harder, Cass.
Yeah, I guess.
Doesn't clear it.
Nah, too bad.
You do your best, like, kind of trip him up, but he just steps over it. Doesn't even mean to. He does not mean to step over your move.
He just does.
just shambling forward, right? He's just doing his best. He's charging forward, and he's coming straight down the lane at Moira, because you're in front of him. Comes slashing down, takes a swing at you.
Wait, so does he go past Biggs and me to get
He
to
goes
her?
past. He does.
Oh,
So you both get an attack opportunity. Biggs does not have a melee weapon attached.
was I supposed to have
I-
added my freaking hit from the sword to that?
Yes.
Yes.
Dang it. Okay, because I rolled a 5, so it would have been an 8 if that changes it. Word, good. I'm glad.
baby.
Yep, you're good.
Redeem yours. Oh gosh. Critical one again.
Oh.
You're
Awesome.
going to jail.
Great.
This guy's going to jail.
Yeah,
for
Straight
put
to
it
jail.
in the jail.
love you, don't love you right now. So
You hold up and you kind of try to post up, and he shoulders you.
Have we all hit a 1 this session?
I
You take
haven't
4
yet.
damage,
Trinda hasn't yet. I
Four-
take 4 damage,
and you're prone on your back.
I don't want that.
I don't want that.
Not cool.
Biggs got him
Back
though.
in the pants.
Good. Biggs got him.
As you get shouldered, Biggs just cross arms him.
Sick. That's pretty good.
Nice.
He punches me in the face as he does it. He's like, "I was more blunderbuss."
He meant to hit you, but ends up
Yeah.
clotheslining the other guy. He doesn't get him for
Three
much.
Stooges combat.
So he gets hit. The guy gets hit in the head and stumbles a little bit. So he takes another one, but he still is in engage range with Moira. So he's going to try and swing on you for 12.
Nope.
Nice.
He comes crashing down on you, and you just guard up with great axe clanging against the hilt.
Nice.
With a bonus action, he pulls out his flintlock and takes a shot.
No.
It's a 7.
No.
Takes a shot, and being as concussed as he is, just bang, and it's also a flintlock. There's no rifling.
Yeah,
I
no.
could aim at the camera across the table and probably not hit it. He takes the shot and just swings the wall next to you, but the sound is nice and kerblang. Moira, you're up.
Jeez. Cut this dude's head off, you know?
Oh my gosh.
You got it.
Rage.
So he's right next to me.
Right in front of you.
Dude, what is that where it's...
Oh my gosh. Does this weapon doesn't have like disadvantage for being right next
And
to
engaged?
me, does it?
No.
Okay. Cool.
But I think it does have reach.
It does. It has
yeah.
5 feet of reach. Well, so I was like, I don't know.
No,
if
you're
it's
good.
Being like,
No.
Think.
okay, yeah, I'm gonna just try and roll to hit, I guess.
Great.
So you're gonna chop them in half.
Okay, so it's base dice plus what? Dex.
Your battle
Oh.
axe should say it.
Yeah, so go to your actions. The great axe, so it's +4 to hit
hit?
there. Yeah.
17.
Nice.
17 to hit?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Nice.
Absolutely does.
Cool.
Ooh, so 1d12 +2.
Does he die?
Slice this dude in half.
Swing.
Let's slice him up.
Sing, sling from the...
So it's just the okay. So 7.
Yeah, you got it. +2.
7.
7 damage. Clicking everything but the tab I need. Call it.
Hey.
I think it was probably more of a flinch of just like ah. Maybe just bonked him on the way up.
Thunk.
Yes.
You catch him by the jaw, and he bites his own tongue.
Oh, no.
just bleeds
And just
out.
immediately pulls the weapon back into it.
And coughs out and just passes out.
Oh.
The barbarian that's afraid to fight. I love it.
Everyone
I love
thinks
it.
you're really tough right now, though.
Yep. Drop the dude by hitting him in the jaw.
Well, Myra's very tough.
We're now out of initiative. And the hallway is open in front of you. Wedge waves you over. Come on. And Biggs then starts hobbling down, picks up his blunderbuss, and kind of gives you a glance.
I reach in and grab a gold and hand him a gold. Yeah, it's real. It's real.
He saddles his blunder and just huffs down the hallway. Kind of kicks one of the bodies out of the way. And now you're in front of the captain's doors. And the captain's quarters has 4 locks on it.
I'm just kidding.
He's gonna cast that spell.
Yeah.
That one.
Do you have? Can you do anything with?
I can't. He can. I recommend we all walk back about 20 feet. It's for your own good.
20?
Yeah, just about. Now make it 20.
Turns around with your feet. Like,
Make it a safe 25.
2, 3.
And so he just kind of keeps stepping
No, that's
back.
like real life me.
And Biggs reaches into his vest and he pulls out a large brick of just impacted fire gems as well as black powder. It's basically TNT. He shoves it up against the door, spits into his hand, coats the sides, and it sticks. That raises a few questions about like how
His dental hygiene.
Yeah. But it worked. And he stands there and he pulls out a match, standing this close to it, and goes, and holds it forward. And Wedge then holds his ears up, or holds his hands up to his ears. And a huge explosion goes up the second the match touches it.
Does this dude die?
And from the smoke, the shrapnel, the tathers, everyone roll a con save.
Holy. Joke's on you, I do really well on Constitution, as we've discovered.
9.
Ooh.
I got another nat 20.
21.
I was due for some damage. 3.
Oof. A 9 and a 3.
Both of you are dazed.
And
And you get that beautiful... And as the smoke clears and the tattereds clear, he just...
He's got like soot on his face.
he's just
Classic.
covered in covered in black on the front side. Like a few singe marks, right? Little burned, but like definitely not to the extent he should be. And in front of you, the doors have been blown apart, but the locks are still in place on the ground.
Nice.
That rules. What a fun bit of flavor.
In front of you is remains of the door, or like scattered about the captain's quarters, but he just hobbles on in. His Wedge starting like hustles in behind him. He hustles in behind him, and they look around, and you hear them muttering. You two can't quite hear it because you have that beautiful tinnitus going on.
Yeah.
However, you two, because by the way, with your natural 20 on the con save, from here on out, whenever concussive blow is about to go off, you can take a reaction to beat the dex save. So you're gonna, or to beat the con save. You're basically gonna get 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
Little less than advantage, and the reason why I'm saying it this way is because depending on how the effect goes off, you still might lose movement if you still get hit by it. You just might not be concussed, or you might not be, you might not have your bell rung. However, this does give you the opportunity to essentially get around it completely.
Nice.
That rules.
You just see it coming.
Okay, wait, so what did we...
So what you hear,
Yeah.
what you hear them chattering about is like, oh, where is it? Getting really upset. It's here somewhere, Biggs. We gotta look harder. And then Wedge turns around and goes, all of you, come here.
What?
Come here.
Me? Okay.
He waves you all in. You can see it, and you can elude it to the best of your ability,
Yeah.
even though you hear nothing.
Yeah.
And your vision is still doing that. As you clamber into the captain's quarters, it's really nice. Really nice. It's got some beautiful velvet couches. It has the Skyreach Dominion operates in like whites and soft blues, and there's a lot of gold in there too. So they've done this place up, and you can tell it's retrofitted from captain to captain because there's still some leftovers of like some of the appearance. Right, it's not a complete rebuild every time. They just do their best to make it look however they want it. And Lunaris is obsessed with a map. There's this map on his table in the center of the room. There's maps up on the windows. There's maps up on the walls. He is obsessive over something. And they're all different styles and ages and civilizations and eras and cultures, and they're all depicting as much of the world as possible. And they're scrambling around, throwing these maps around, and they're obviously looking for something. Dig around, all of you. Just start pulling things off the shelves. We need to find it. It's here somewhere.
What's here?
We're looking for a box. It should be a red box. It should have a key in it.
A red box. Okay.
It might. I don't know. It might be black. I don't know. It's here. It's here somewhere.
Well, what is
Did you say that
what
you
is
needed
this?
a black box?
What is this black
Yeah,
box?
we need both of
do?
them. There's a black box that we're looking for, and there's a key
I didn't
that
even-
should open the box. The key looks like a gem. It looks like something. It's something we need to fit inside the. That's all I know. He's getting like really perturbed because he's like scrambling to do his best, as now suddenly you hear cannons go off.
Holy moly! What a
I'll
what a
help you
scene.
look for the key.
All right, you all start. You do your best. He's still tearing cushions off. He's pulling like books out. He's grabbing what looks like incredibly valuable items and just chucking them across the
Though
room.
I do assume he probably has the key on him.
That's not for us to deal with. We just need both parts. We're looking for a black box and a key. It's all I know.
That's what I'm saying.
The captain said he'd deal with the captain.
Captain probably has the key. It's fine. I'll just start looking.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
I'll start.
Right. I was gonna say we're doing what it takes to survive out here. We're all digging around.
Great.
I'll look for anything that maybe just with if I have any sort of knowledge of just the cult.
Yeah.
If there's anything that
Nice.
looks like
Nice.
it has markings on it, because I'm like, if he's keeping that secret, then
Yep.
maybe that's a match there.
Go ahead and roll investigation.
Okay.
In fact, anyone who's looking wholeheartedly, roll investigation. If you're doing your best, roll a perception.
Well, I know where to look, so do I?
You can roll perception or investigation with advantage.
I rolled
level?
an 8 for
An
my
8?
investigation.
One of the maps on the table it's got a watermark. It's got a watermark of the cult symbol,
Okay.
and these little X's marked all over the world, or all over the Skyreach Dominion. Surrender. Done. So you have a cultist map.
Sick.
You can decipher it later.
Sick. I got 11.
11.
Yeah.
So on your 11 is your perception or investigation.
Well, they're the same number. I
But different
wasn't
vibes.
sure. Exactly. I think I'm looking in earnest. Let's go perception.
Great.
Yeah.
So you mean investigation?
That was the more.
Yeah.
That's. Excuse me. Yes,
Yes.
that one. That is what I thought in my head. Yes.
You're good. It's all good. So you go to the desk. You're like, oh, that's where my dad keeps shit, right? That's where he keeps all his stuff. So you go to the desk. You start pulling stuff out, and there's some really interesting stuff. There's a whole bucket with different rapiers in it. Not a bucket,
In
like
the
a
desk?
rack. No, next to it.
Oh, okay.
Next to the desk is a rack full of a bunch of rapiers. And so you start pulling drawers. There's a few bottles of liquor in there. However, there's a bunch of scrolls, some writing utensils, a slew of books, random patches of gold, a few gems, some interesting tools of some sort. And as you're tearing through stuff, what'd you get?
I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20, investigation or perception. I'm going to hold the rest of yours for a second.
An investigation. And I thought I would go look over by like the bed or under the bed or something like that.
Okay.
Like that's where I would keep my precious things.
Sure.
Where I sleep.
You head to the bed and you start pulling things out, pulling things around. And there's some fine linen, some fine silks. There's some clothing. There's a few other tools, some more maps, some more writings. You find a journal underneath the mattress.
Cool. I'm gonna take it.
You know where to look.
I do, but I don't know. I'd like to maybe negotiate something in order
Sure.
to provide it.
Great. Then you got to go talk to Wedge or Biggs. Who do you want to try to negotiate with?
I think Wedge, but I don't know what to negotiate. I don't know if I trust them.
That's perfectly fair. You don't have to say anything if you don't want to. Biggs is really bad at searching, in case you guys were curious. He's really bad at
Hey
it.
guys, how do we
breaking
feel
stuff.
about the fact that Moira has the black box?
You say that out loud?
To you,
Oh, okay.
quietly,
Oh, okay.
not
Oh.
in front of
In hushed
anybody.
tones.
Okay. I didn't get the vibe you were next. Who are you next to in the room?
Nobody. I'm by myself. I'm just a little guy.
So you said it loud enough so we could hear you.
I came over
Okay, you did come
Okay,
over.
okay, there we
Because
go.
we're both at the
to
desk.
you.
Oh, we're
Yeah.
both at the. There we go. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry.
Don't know.
I didn't have a good
I-
grasp on geography.
We need the key.
Neither did I.
We need the key as well. So I think until we have the key, we don't need to offer up anything else.
So you're just biding your time.
I don't. Yeah, we're on a ship that is covered in death right now. So I think whatever can get us off of this ship is the best thing to do.
Yeah, I'm trying to leave, and I kind of just want to take one of these rapiers. So
What if we need to negotiate something with the black box, even if we don't find the key?
And as you're communicating while you're pulling drawers out, you catch a glint behind you, because in the back of the ship in the captain's quarters is a big pane of glass, right? This beautiful sectioned, ornate style of glass that's mostly covered by a bunch of pieces of paper, right? A bunch of random scrawls and maps. However, you see a large, a black and red ship sail up behind you, and that's when you notice that there's a ballista aiming right down the pipe.
Oh no.
You notice this? You better be able to speak some words.
Bro, I'm sorry. I was just surprised. Everybody get out.
And we'll see how it goes on the next DawnSetter Guild adventure. See you then.
Holy moly.